Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name's Alexis and I post 2 videos a week on a Tuesday and a Thursday at 7 AM. So if you love recipe videos like this one and you want to see more, then I would love you to stick around and become a viewer. So please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And now I'm going to share with you how to make my delicious apple and blackberry baked porridge. As I just mentioned, today I want to share with you how to make my delicious apple and blackberry porridge. Now this recipe is really easy to do, and as you may have gathered from my blog and my vlog, if you watch or read them regularly, you'll know that I love porridge for breakfast. I think it's a great way to kickstart the day. And I really like any type of porridge as well. I normally cook it on the stove, but occasionally I like to bake it in the oven. And this is one of those recipes that I've baked in the oven. The results were amazing, and I'm going to be having it for breakfast tomorrow. So while I was making it, I thought I'd share the recipe with you. So here is how to make my delicious apple and blackberry baked porridge. First thing I have done is to weigh out about 200 grams of gluten-free porridge oats. I'm using gluten-free porridge oats because I have a small intolerance to gluten, but you can use, if you don't have an intolerance to gluten, then you can use any kind of oats you like. And then to that I'm going to add a tablespoon of chia seeds, actually a couple of tablespoons of chia seeds. I forget I'm making this for 4 and not 1, that's why I said 1 then. And then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds as well, and I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of flax seeds to this as well, like so. And these just bulk out the porridge basically. I like to use them because it bulks it out a bit and it makes it a bit more interesting as well than just plain porridge. And then what I'm going to do is add about a teaspoon or 2 of ground sweet cinnamon. If you can't get ground sweet cinnamon, then you can always use cinnamon. It doesn't matter, but ground sweet cinnamon is delicious, I have to say, so if you can get it. Or if you don't like cinnamon, then you can leave it out if you want to as well. And then in this bowl here, I have just like a cup or a couple of handfuls of frozen raspberries that I'm also going to add. Now it should be blackberries, but unfortunately blackberry season is over in the UK, and I can't get any blackberries, so I'm just going to use frozen raspberries instead. I've used up all of the blackberries in my freezer, so instead of blackberries I shall use raspberries. But that's the great thing about this recipe, it is adaptable, so you can use any type of like soft fruit you like. So you could use blueberries, or in the summer you could use strawberries as well. As I said, it's adaptable, and any kind of fruit works well in it really. So I've added the raspberries and I've mixed all of those ingredients together, and I'm just going to set this aside now. Now I'm going to deal with my wet ingredients. So the first thing I'm going to do is add some milk to my blender. So I'm going to add about 400 mils of oat milk. You can use any kind of milk you like. This is a gluten-free milk, so I really like to use this one. I love this company as well. They're a really good company. They've got a great ethos. This isn't an advert for Rude House, but they are a very good company and I do like their products. And I'm going to add a banana to that now. I'm going to add 2 bananas. So I'm just going to peel and break up the bananas like so and put them into my blender as well. If I can break up this banana. There you go. Right, and I'm just going to break this up. And the banana acts a bit like an egg. It helps to glue all of the ingredients together. And then I've got about 8 medjool dates that I have just sliced and removed the stones and the end bits from. And I'm just going to go and put those into my blender as well. And then in this bowl here I have some apple and blackberry puree that I saved for this recipe. So this is like about 3 or 4 apples and some blackberries that I have just put on the hob and left to simmer until they went soft, and then I blended them in the blender. What I would say is, if you can get blackberries fresh from bushes like around your neighbourhood, then please do, and wash them and store them in the freezer. I'm only using about 2 tablespoons of how I made probably about 200 mils of this, so I'm using about 2 big tablespoons of this, and you can freeze it as well. The recipe for this I will link in the description box below for you. I haven't done a video of this yet, but I will do in the future. So I'm just going to add this to the mixture as well. So I'm going to put this in now, like so, and then I'm just going to put my lid on. And I'm going to blend all of these ingredients together. As you can see here, I have blended all of these ingredients together until they are like a smoothie. And basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the wet ingredients to the dry ones. And I'm going to mix everything together until like the smoothie is all absorbed into the oats, basically. And then I shall show you what I'm going to do next. But yeah, so once everything is well mixed together, I'm going to set this aside again now. Now I'm going to prepare the baking tray that I'm going to cook this in, or the baking tin. So I have cut 2 pieces of greaseproof paper, one lengthways and one widthways, so that they fit quite nicely inside the tin. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a bit of oil to the base of the tin, and I'm going to spread that oil around, and I'm going to, as evenly as I can, and I'm going to spread it up the sides as well. And I'm going to put 1 piece of greaseproof paper in, like so, and then I'm going to spread a bit more of the oil onto the bottom sheet, and then I'm going to put another sheet on top, so that the whole tin is covered with the greaseproof paper. And I'm just going to add a little bit more oil to that as well. I'm going to spread it around as evenly as I can, up the sides as well. I'm just going to fold these pieces of paper over, like so. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my porridge mixture into the greaseproof paper in the tin, and then I'm going to spread it across the bottom as evenly as I can, and then I'm going to store this in the fridge overnight, and hopefully the oats will have soaked up all of the goodness. And when you leave oats to soak overnight, they're actually a lot better for the stomach. Yeah, we found that you can digest them easier. So soaking them overnight is a really good thing. It brings out the digestive enzymes in the oats, and it helps our stomachs to digest them. So I love leaving oats in the fridge overnight. I always find it easier to eat them like that as well. So that is my porridge done, and I'm going to put this into the fridge overnight now. So the first thing I'm going to do is preheat my oven to 200 degrees. My oven is preheated, and I've taken the porridge out of the fridge, and I'm going to put this into the oven now for about 20 to 25 minutes. So the baked porridge has been in the oven for about 25 minutes, and I'd say that's done. If it's a bit soggy in the middle, don't worry, because it's got no egg in it, and it's still porridge as well. The last one I made was slightly soggy in the middle, but it was still delicious. So yes, I'm going to take this out of the oven now, and I'm going to leave it to cool. That's my apple and blackberry baked porridge done, and I've left this to cool for a good hour now. It's still slightly warm, but not hot, and I think this will be the perfect time to cut it. I think because I put it in the fridge overnight, it's not as sticky in the middle. The last one I made, it was quite wet in the middle, but I put it in the oven straight away. So I think that's probably why. But I'm just going to serve myself a slice now. So as you can see, it is a little bit wet in the middle, but that's perfect for me. I really like it like that. So I'm off to eat my breakfast now. That's my breakfast done, and in the original recipe I think I said that you could add coconut cream and maple syrup. You can if you want to. I don't have any at the moment, which is why I'm not using it, and it is quite nice on its own as well, so don't worry. Yes, so I'm off to eat my breakfast now. The recipe for this I will link in the description box below for you, but for now that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye.